Welcome back to TV8 Summit Sunrise, a gorgeous sunrise, a gorgeous day. We are live here in Breckenridge at the Blue River Plaza, speaking with some of our friends who just happened to wander by. And today we caught Reed. I think you're just coming home from the night before, aren't you?
I am just coming home from the night before, Scotty. It's good to be here, though.
Glad
live
you
this morning.
Glad you made us your last stop.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you very much. Good to have you, Reed from Columbia, right here on Main Street. A lot of people in town. I'm sure you've been busy.
It is a lot of people in town. We have been busy. We have a lot of sales going on as well. We're located at 108 South Main Street, right across from downstairs at Eric's on the corner of Lincoln at the Columbia store. So let me tell you something, Scotty. We got so many sales going on at the moment.
Yeah.
From 20% off to 40% off on pretty much summer wear, winter wear, whatever you want.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good time. And
Exactly.
this is the time of year when the locals do the shopping, so when we can afford to buy some stuff.
Exactly.
We go out here and hit up these sales this time of year. It's great. And you guys just lead the pack in that.
Yeah, we do. We definitely lead the pack. You know, I actually wore one of my shirts today I wanted to talk about. This is something called an insect blocker shirt.
Insect blocking shirt.
I'll tell you right now, I don't have many of these left. So what it is that every single thread is coated with something called permethrin. And permethrin is it's an insect repellent.
Okay.
It was used by the military at first. And what it is a synthetic version of the chrysanthemum's pollen, or the pollen from the chrysanthemum flower.
Oh.
And so that's what mosquitoes are allergic to. And I tell you, Scotty, isn't it about time that mosquitoes are allergic to you?
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. A lot of people are allergic to me.
Yeah. It does attract women, by the way.
No, I know, unfortunately. But it's stylish, so in a way it does actually attract women, Reed, because it's good looking and it's popular and people love the Columbia shirts. The fishing shirts, off the hook. Everyone's got to have the Columbia fishing shirt. If you don't have one in your closet, go get one. Very important.
Yeah, a staple for Columbia shirts. It's just something very small, but at the same time it really works so very well as far as fishing goes. This right here, this button, when you're fly fishing, that's not going to allow your sleeves to roll down and get all too loose.
I do it because I have to reach in the water and pull my lures out. They get stuck all the time, so I'm always rolling up that and reaching. Yeah, perfect shirts for that. Great time of year to go into the Columbia store, pick out some stuff. One-stop shopping. I mean, the whole family can go in there. You can get your sunblock. You can get some hydration bottles, all kinds of things, and get rid of that cotton.
Get rid of the cotton. Cotton is an evil thing up here, Scotty. You know, it doesn't matter if you're going to be hiking up, up to the top of Breck, or if you're going to be going out fishing or doing any kind of rafting, or maybe if you're, skiing in the winter, cotton's going to freeze, and that's not good. Nope. So you want to use polyester, a little bit of nylon, and that's what these shirts are made out of. And so at the same time, it's going to have UV protection.
Right.
Some of the shirts are going to be able to cool down once it gets wet. It's going to literally drop in temperature. Columbia acts as a system. I've heard you say this yourself, Scotty, and I really appreciate that. It does. When it comes down to winter, we're going to have something called OmniHeat that's going to reflect back your body heat. I've already mentioned the insect blocker. I've already mentioned the UV protection, and then the OmniFreeze, which once again will drop in temperature.
Yep.
And we are located at 108 South Main Street on the corner of Lincoln, right across from downstairs at Eric's, the Columbia store. We have a lot of sales going on, 20% off to 40% off. So come inside, and if you mention that you saw us on TV8 this morning, I'll toss you a free hat if you spend $10.
A free hat if you mention TV8 going in there to the Columbia store. Spend $10, and that's you get some sunscreen, a nice shirt, a hat, some sunglasses.
Yeah,
get
we
yourself
got
set up for the
sunglasses.
day. Get it all set up. Reed will take care of you, and it's all about the quick dry, looking good, feeling good, being dry, and being happy here in the mountains.
Exactly.
Reed, thank you so much for coming by this
Not
morning.
a problem, Scott. I appreciate you letting me talk.
Absolutely, good to have you. So it's TV8 Summit Sunrise. We got more coming up here on our show right after this.